position by level 3 or 4, you can kind of try to look for some counterplays, but the techies can't put...
that we saw last time on mid one. I believe this is where Corden can try and make himself a bit of a more of a name for himself.
Jackie?
That'll have to wait, though. Jackie does get blinded, lighted out of tower range. They're trying to really body block him. John Well as well connecting here, throws the blood grenade forward, and Jackie, the last auto attacks, blood grenade number 2, courtesy of Afu. So much damage. I mean, he's a universal hero now. There he goes, the blast off. They're gonna actually try and turn for DJ. He may have a bit more than he can chew, but is still gonna be able to survive until John Well falls, ensuring the XP. And it's Ice Ice Ice, the last survivor. He wins the bot lane battle royale.
You know, going for the Empower coming out can be really useful for the Elk and even a Bloodseeker down the line.
Yeah,
it's in a sense, it's a really good Magnus game for the buffs. This is what Bleed should have been doing, though, just trialing bot.
Yeah, look at Chidor. I mean, he is just so sad right now. He might just die. 4 stacks of axes, and most importantly, the techies is going to seal the deal. John Well, they've done well at least to dispatch of the wagon. I didn't quite see how they've done that, but the wagon's dead, so this push is not as fast as it could be. And might have a reason to look mid as, oh my goodness, the damage out from Corden, not nearly enough. Mid one holding up to the rupture. He knows Corden doesn't have a TP scroll, but might lack the damage. Waited at least a bit longer for the shield crash to end, and that's going to be a cheeky little kill there from Corden. He knew he was condemned, so at least being sure to get a kill in the meantime as Afu is going to fall down bottom. That was the roar committed out from Ice 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 for a kill.
Overall, it's really just a snowball patch. Yeah. I mean, if you get your kills, you have a bigger lead, rupture around.
Yeah, there's a TP scroll for Corden. He's actually going to use Rolling Thunder and then TP, bleeding out. He's got a lot of move speed here to mid one, so there's just no way out of this one for Dubu. So it activates the Blade Mail there. The Roar, Ice 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 happily tanking the damage as he sees the C4 explosive get placed. TJ with the battlefield like...
He's always been a really prolific farmer, even his time at Motivate Press. They're still trying to find a kill. Good Tumbler story. Oh, maybe not so good.
Ah, well, he got close. At least avoided the silence.
Seeker, but I've got to be active. I'm connecting with the supports. I'm forcing in objectives, and I'm copying tank. I'm tanking.
Sometimes the CEO needs to be undercover boss and, you know, actually on the line. For now, though, he's, well... absolutely getting ganked. Blade Mail or not, he's going to die alongside the Maiden, slowly but surely, as Ice 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 is going to be able to pick up both kills. And I gotta say, man, Earth Spirit doesn't feel as bad with the every 5 levels you get one more Remnant.
Yeah, for sure.
We've seen some convincing games from Earth Spirit core. We'll see how that continues as they do smoke now onto the side of Bleed. Rupture is going to be for DJ. Good luck blasting off now. Only to blast himself back to the fountain.
And can he grab it?
Oh, RP was used. Wisdom Rune was stolen in the meantime, though, so Dubu is going to be quite happy to die with this. Oh, if only there was a Tormentor. Regrettably for him, he won't be able to make it past the Defender's Gate, but he can leap down to the low ground. Unfortunately, into tower range.
You're hitting some spikes winding up here for Bleed, especially with the techies.
Yeah.
He loves getting more EXP up.
Damage. Okay, Chidori did get off the chemical rage. It's not going to add it damage. It's just immense. It's overwhelming. This fight, well, mid one's connecting to it, so maybe they still find something. Although finding Ice 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 in these trees, it's a bit tough. The stun, though, that generous AoE still actually managing to get Ice 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 into some trouble as Masros focusing now onto DJ, making sure there's no blast off from the trees. Corden trying to TP out. They need a bit of damage. They've got another stun. That'll do him in. Chidori trying to live through this one, and he's going to go down to that final last little bit of access. But John Well, perfect position for him to let go of the freezing field. That does force Jackie back. Masros just whiffs there on the shockwave. John Well has vision with the ward down, but can't quite find him on the cast range. There's still an enemy hero here. It's Dubu. Hello, Dubu, and goodbye. Versus 4 heroes, he doesn't stand a chance. It'll be a 1-for-3 trade. Big boy. What's are they just called golems? What's the regular ancient?
Granite golem?
Ancient rock golem and ancient granite golem.
Yeah.
Oh, RP, that's a big one. And right into the Illuminate. That one hurts. You got Wombo comboed into a Stampede.
Yeah. Everyone's still gunning for more. Shouldn't be in danger.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's got BKB, so he's confident, especially with the heals, that he'll be okay.
Out and Bleed.
I think they're looking bottom. This could be good. It would have been good, but now actually they've connected with the entire team here for SMG. They will lose off food by the looks of things at the start of the fight. Indeed, DJ makes sure, as Masaros is going to skewer through the goalpost there. Lots of heals here for DJ, though, with the full Guardian Greaves on him. And in fact, Masaros, he's slow to a crawl and killed off. Chidori as well, silenced, forced to BKB just so he didn't stun himself under a cliff.
And that should set up the pace. Again, there's still a point where you can handle
smoke. They ought to know what was meta used for that even, and in fact, no, I don't believe it was. And mid one set up all of the traps here. DJ, once again, is going to blast himself off, probably to his death, as his TP is not fast enough.
Good. But mainly against illusions. This is not really an illusion-heavy game on SMG.
Gets pulled in, good silence there, prevents the RP because there's no magic unity, no dispels here on the mag, and now that's going to free up Corden. Oh, just a bit more damage needed for the kill on Masaros, and they will have that courtesy of Jackie's reach. Look at the slows as well. They can't even get close to him. Chidori just throwing in the concoctions from range, but Bleed secure the first tier 3 tower. They're looking as well for these melee barracks. They get the second fortify out. But Bleed, they're confident. They're sticking around. Ice, he's beating the drums of war here.
Yeah, just keep drumming. Considering all the sacrifices you've made on mid one and Masaros to get to that point.
Yeah, especially mid one, right?
Yeah.
This Alk, you know, oh, hold on, actually another smoke play. John Wall's going to break the smoke. Does get Corden almost to bite here. This Corden will blink forward. They just barely miss on the Bloodseeker. Rupture is actually going to find Corden, but unfortunately without a follow-up, that's a pretty decent spell tanked. I think it gets an opening. Perhaps it does here. Corden's TP'd all the way back to the fountain to regen, so he's not in this fight, and definitely not without Rolling Thunder for a while. There's going to be Roar, but that's only going to condemn Ice. As rooted up, he was going absolutely nowhere. Roche is the next obvious objective, but he's about to move back down bottom, and that's the lane that's constantly getting shoved in. This is key. This is really nice for Bleed.
Yeah, they've just got map control. Like, they can dictate all the movement going forward. They go for another smoke play.
The drums of Slam beating for mid one. He didn't manage to Manta or BKB in time. Might just be perma-stunned to death here. Does get a bit of a heal. The RP, it finds two. It's a pretty good one. The silence not doing enough work here, but it's just onto Ice and DJ, and Ice immediately turns with the drums of Slam to try and fight. Somehow, mid one's still alive, managing to try and TP out. Masaros will be able to make it out alive as well. They've got a Hawk as well here, just watching over the Twin Gate. But Roche falling fast, and that's Aegis now on Jackie. SMG, they've come this far. They're not stopping now. As Chidori leads them into battle. Mid one doesn't find anything there on the Bloodrite. Chidori at least able to put out a concoction there, but Ice. Perhaps looking for the Primal Roar. Okay, or just the illusions kicking Chidori's butt right now. Pops the Chemical Rage, in goes mid one. They have managed to at least force him to TP away thanks to the Rupture as John Noel forces a bit of aggro onto himself. That's a big stun though. Oh no, but Chidori back onto the cliff, stunned up. He got roared up there. Chidori falling low, the regen just a bit too much for him as mid one gets a key kill there onto the silencer. That saves him, that keeps him rather alive just a bit longer, at least long enough to make it out alive in this fight. It's a buyback from John Noel. He should be back here shortly as well. Not enough for the Demon Edge, not enough for buyback and Demon Edge, of course. But in case he needed to buy back, for example, if opponents were pushing your high ground like this, he would have been able to get through that butterfly evasion. It's not a choice for him now. That is going to be a skewer back onto the high ground. RP does come up, but where's the follow-up? Chidori as well. The force step kind of gets Ice in a weird position. Short little stun there at Concoction. The Rage is going to, or sorry, the Roar is still going to come out. The force step as well. Chidori way too far from his team. They couldn't do a darn thing to save his life. He's got buyback here on the Elk, but he doesn't have Chemical Rage, doesn't have BKB. Might not have a top lane of barracks for much longer either. It's going to be forced to buy back though as mid one. Looking for the play now. Ice maybe he has gone a bit too far. The stuns, the control, the lockdown just not good enough. He is still alive. In fact, the Sunder. Oh goodness, nearly at the cost of Jackie's own life with the Illuminate that was coming through. Masaro's giving chase. That's going to be a pretty good harpoon. Oh, but now it's going to be Corden who goes on in. Plenty of damage there. Ice, win heal. He finally be taken down. Mid one gets the kill. Actually, it goes to Masaro, so no big heal there. But Jackie's dispatched of your top lane of barracks already. Dubu seems to have been left behind. Well, they chase through the minefield. They will for a while at least as DJ looking for a counter initiation. Chidori is dead. They've caught him in mid one. He's disarmed. He can't fight through this. He gets the force step back to safety. He'll be okay for now. Masaros looking at least for something. Unfortunately, only comes up with an illusion. Balance there. Ice has been playing a phenomenal game as well, I have to say. I've been impressed with him. He is tanky, he is hard to kill, and he is annoying as always, as now. Well, mid one might have to deal with that. He cannot, just TP away, of course, because of the Roar, and he might not even be able to move after that. Basher courtesy of Corden, and that's
just Demon's Heal running. Roche not going to take too long to melt. No RP for quite some time means...
Oh, and a free Roche, thank you very much. Sorry, into this game. Not only do they need to hold against this push, they need to win probably another fight on top of this.
Yeah, it does feel that way, but you've got the Hex up in John. Well,
all right, but that's how you want to get it started, though. There's the global silence, the follow-up not immediately there, looking for the damage. Jackie pulled back on in. Terror Wave, though, does force mid one off of him for a second. That's at least global out. But Ice is getting the creeps to work. The roar now onto Masaros. A good blink on back, though. Chidori needs something to throw his concoction at. Will actually find the real Jackie there to do so. Only one tier 4 tower taken down, but watch out for those Scotty auto attacks. You're doing the damage. Lots of ultis popped. There's going to be another skewer on back. They caught the real one a second time, this time without a global. But they just can't find the RP in time. Now Jackie dishing out a bit more, a bit of damage actually. Feeling it a little bit back now. Has Thunder, but Silence won't be able to use it. Ice and DJ from the side as there goes mid one. Zooming around the fights. Someone's TP'd all the way out. Mid one kind of getting kited out here. Does at least find Dubu. A fine kill for him. And he's left the Bleed really have left the rest of their own team behind. Ice is going to fall. Masaros hunting for DJ. That should be an easy kill for them now as soon as they're not disarmed. They even commit the RP. Gosh. Wow. Nothing could save DJ there.
Yeah, for sure. Ags, I think a Will-O-Wisp would be massive for SMG. Remove some of the reliance on Masaros. Clear up an avenue for the skewer back.
Good point, honestly. Careful, though. Chidori might be forced to BKB here, and Will. Gordon actually bonked himself on the ledge, but he finds a bash there. On the Rolling Thunder proc. Chidori is dying through this, though. Rupture, that might be good up mid one. He's just in. Oh, Crimson Guard saving him a lot, though. Mid one needs to do a lot more damage with the RP. It's on the 2, but he skewers him up to the high ground. Mid one, and needs to get a kill. He needs one now, and he won't. He's going to go down. Triple buyback out from SMG as Chidori stuns himself and everyone around him, but Ice is beating the drum. They are going to beat back SMG here in game number 2. Bleed, they're not yet fully into this game as mid one still making it a bit difficult, but the disarms there on the lucky shot. And DJ collecting the kill in style. Jackie refusing to die, even if they got him, John. He's still got ages for another 20 seconds. What do they have left? SMG, pardon me, on the ropes. This Bleed look to close out game number 2 here.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're going to back away.
I mean, maybe they respect Masaros. Once again, Global Sun's down.
Maybe they expect Chidori to have a buyback, which is not the case here.
Yeah.
Is he going to do the little courier trick where he's going to try and drop his boots? You need to drop more than just his boots to get the net worth he needs, though. They reflect the Hex there. Stun finds only the Maiden. They will be able to whittle down this last tier 4 tower. It's no buildings left in the base. And a very slow but steady siege here now from Bleed begins. Stun onto Masaros. Just tons of vision in the base. 4-step and even Skewer committed there just to keep himself alive. Careful, Apu actually gets bonked into the base. But that is going to set the rest of Bleed onto the Ancient, already half HP. This is really it now for SMG. Surely Bleed now recognize there's no buyback on the Alchemist. Mega's surrounding the throne. The Hex save as the Piggy skewers himself into the roar of Ice. And that is Bleed taking us to a game number 3.
Yeah, really well played coming out there from Bleed. They have really strong lanes coming out. I think this off lane from Ice was really one of the shining factors, just applying a lot of pressure on the Alpha early on.
Can anybody out there